Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Happy Friday morning. Well, our next guest that is coming up, she's going to be talking about storytelling and how important that can be to our businesses, to us personally. So we have a fun little DIY we're going to share this morning. It kind of ties in with that. That'll help us capture those stories.
To make those stories,
the information that she shares with us. It's also, it's Friday. We're going into a really nice weekend, and weekends are a great time to kind of play around with some new creative activities with yourself or your family.
So you brought examples here of things you've shown us
So we're talking
before.
about bookmaking today, and these are very simple. A book, making a book, there are so many different ways to go about it, and I'm going to share with you some very simple ways today. And it doesn't require a lot of materials. A lot of these can be made just out of things that you probably have lying around the house.
Okay.
And you can make quite a collection of them. They're great to have in your bag. If you're out and about and needing a little book of your own to kind of make notes and things in. It's great projects for kids. So the first one we're going to share is, this is called an accordion. I call it a little pocketbook, and it's accordion style.
Okay.
And you make this out of just one sheet of paper, and you want to work with a heavier weight of paper, because it gives you a little more versatility too on the mediums that you can work with inside it. You can make it with thinner paper. You just can't use wet mediums like watercolors and paints and so forth. So the watercolor paper is very nice for that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and this is a series of folds and cuts.
Okay.
And that's it. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to fold this in half. And then I just take, bone folders, which are great for when you're working with paper projects and getting nice, crisp folds.
Especially
I just
with paper
take
a little heavier.
lath strips, sand them all down, and they make a great type of bone folder. There you go. Then what you're going to do is we're going to fold that in half again, both ways.
This way?
Nope. Open it up.
Oh,
there we
the
go.
other
Just like that, yes. And then kind of fold that into the center. We're going to go both ways with that.
Okay.
And this is a great way to also work with your kids' artwork. Even if there's already graphics on here, drawings and so forth, that can make a great backdrop for your pages.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't have to be a perfectly white sheet of paper. A lot of times I will purposely, and we'll show that in this next one here, purposely add some color in that for those pages to have as a starting point. Okay, perfect. Now just go the other direction. Now go lengthwise with it. Fold it in half.
So this way?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go. Watching people fold paper here this morning. Very relaxing.
So many squares.
And then do it one more time. Just the same. Yep. Yep.
All right.
There you go.
So this is accordion.
So you're basically creating this grid pattern.
With everything staying
once
attached.
you cut it and then we fold it, you'll see it has that accordion look and feel to it.
A great way to have multiple pages without losing them, just by...
It's all connected.
Yeah.
And you can kind of work with it any which way. There's no top, no bottom, no left, no right. It's beautiful. All right, now what you're going to do is take your scissors.
Okay.
And you're going to cut up on these outside folds. I want you to cut to this last square. Right there.
Okay, all the way up.
Yes. And you can get nice clean cuts by using a straight edge, your cutting mat, and a rotary cutter.
But if you don't have all that, a good old scissors will do.
Yes. You're going to cut all the way up to
I
that.
might need to go back to kindergarten. Practice
It
my
doesn't have
cutting
to be
skills.
perfect. Sometimes those rough edges, they add to the
Help
charm
add.
of your book. Exactly. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now flip it over, and we're going to cut up that center fold, same way. Once you do one of these, you want to make many. Okay, start at one end. So yeah, hold it up. You kind of created an M. Looks like an M.
M for Michelle. Here we go.
Now, you're going to just start folding back and forth, just like this. There we go. And fold, I'll keep folding away from itself. There you go. Yeah, very nice. Whoop. Then what you're going to do is we're going to create a nice hard cover. This is reclaimed, this is wood that's left over from a home improvement project.
Okay.
So we just cut these down. These make great hard covers. You could use leather. You can use pieces of cardboard. Also make nice covers for these. You can use game boards are nice to cut down. They make fun covers. And then you're just going to use, you can brush on some glue.
And then you have all your pages all
nice
in one.
heavy-duty glue stick. Yep, stick that right there. Put one on the other side. There you go. And you have a book. And then we use shoelaces, rubber bands, you know, there's lots of different ways to create.
But you have your paper all ready to go and already some creativity on the other side.
And then, yes, so when you're using, it's a great way, like I said, to use your kids' artwork. So that makes a nice backdrop for some things and kind of opens up your creativity a little bit and gives you some starting points to play off of. So you have a combination on one side, you have some nice blank pages to work with, but again, you can work with it every which way. So it's a very nice one to kind of throw in your bag and have with you at all times. Another easy book for you to create is, this is the pamphlet stitch. And this is a wonderful way to repurpose some of those. You know, we worked with the phone book pages the other day.
Right.
So you can make books out of that. You can make books out of
pages.
Any of your extra loose leaf pages, and then you can play around with fun bindings. I use branches, paintbrushes, chopsticks. There's lots of things that you can do to kind of dress them up and really make them unique to you. And basically all you do is take your pages, you're going to fold them in half to create all of your sections, and I do 10 pages at a time. Makes a nice size booklet.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and you want to fold your pages individually, because if you try to put 10 sheets together, fold them all at once, they're going to shift, and you're not going to get that nice fold right in the center, and it does make a difference in your end product. So then once you have it all folded, slide them all in together, and then you'll see, if you open that up, you make a hole in the center, a couple out just about ½ an inch from the edge, and then another one of it. So you're going to make 5 evenly spaced holes, and then you're going to we're going to start on the outside of the book. And I like using this waxed thread that you can get at leather working. They have it wherever they sell sewing supplies generally, but it slides through your papers nice.
Okay.
And then you're just going to kind of go in and out of those holes.
Kind of just creating your own binding.
Yes, and you don't have to do it exactly like this. There's a way to do it where I'm going in and out, and it's going to end up with my tails both on the outside. That's really the only difference, but you can kind of stitch in and out of these holes in whatever fashion you like and go through them a couple of times. I'm going to skip that one because that's going to enable me to come back out the center. And this gives you an opportunity to play around with different kind of techniques. So you get a little stitching, you're working with glues and folds and different materials. So, and once you kind of make a couple of these, your mind opens up to all of the things that you may have lying around that you can make use out of and create other books with. So there you go, tie that, and then this is when you would tie in, put your branch on here for a spine, or you can just tie it off and have a whole series of just these really simple, pretty books. Mix up your pages a little bit. You can put maybe some cardstock on the outside of it to firm it up.
Kind of create a cover.
Exactly. So, and there's lots of ways. You know, we've got books that we've made out of wood. You can use leather covers. We have loose leaf rings that we've made out of PVC pipe. These are old leftover canvas sheets from wallpaper booklets. So, you know, make a couple of them, and then you're going to come up with all of these great ways to make some that are unique to you and the materials that you have to work with.
Absolutely. Let your imagination take over.
And then most importantly, fill them up.
And fill them up.
Get in there because it's important. It makes a difference, and it's very healing and just a great stress relief. It's fun to draw, journal. You know, make them your own.
There you go. Now, what should we fill inside of these books personally?
We have somebody that's going to help us with that.
On a business effort. We're going to have that when we return to Iowa Live. But first, if people want to learn more from your creative mind, how
they
can they
join
do
us
so?
online at Remake Life, and we have lots of ideas that we like to share, and we invite you to be part of the conversation as well.
Perfect.